Graduates, as your principal, I am so proud of you. Today, as you complete the ceremony of graduation, you are also closing the book that represents your years in high school. Please remember that this is the first of many books that you will write throughout your life. You have the opportunity to write, draw, sketch, doodle, whatever you would like when filling the pages. You have absolute control over what gets written within. Don't forget to personally thank the person or the people who have influenced you throughout your journey. Social media will never replace genuine face-to-face conversations. I know that you will all have amazing memories to reflect upon when you get older. At this time, I would like to have those graduates who are first in their family to graduate from high school to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. With the graduates who are the first in their family to attend college, please stand and be recognized. Well done, graduates. With the graduates who will serve in the armed forces, please stand and be recognized. Finally, and most of all, I would like to thank the class of 2016. It has been a pleasure to be your principal for this past year. This year, we are honored to have Nancy Negrete Contreras as our first student speaker. Nancy is the daughter of Guillermo Negrete and Lorena Contreras. While attending Northridge, Nancy has been very active with student council, speech and debate, POMS, STEM, El Teatro, as well as many other activities. Next year, Nancy will be attending Colorado State University while she'll be studying engineering. Please join me in welcoming Nancy Negrete to the podium.
I know that the last thing you want to hear today is something related to a school course, but I'm going to talk about math. You see, I always thought the circles were the most boring and unimportant shapes out there, unless they were donuts. But it turns out they're not. Today, I want you to compare yourself to a circle. The beginning point is the day when our beautiful selves were born. At that moment, we are nothing more than a dependent individual with no sense of style, no push towards preference, and a supposition of stress. But more importantly, we have no idea who we truly are. As we grow up, every failure and every accomplishment causes our curve to get a little closer to being a full circle. The moment when you form a full circle will be the moment you found yourself, the moment you found a purpose in the world. So today, I am here to give you some advice on how to make sure you complete your circle. 1, do it your own way. Don't let those around you influence the way you create your circle. You get to choose if you want your circle to be big or small, pink or green, candy or Justin Bieber themed like a pizza or a donut. It is up to you. 2, make mistakes. Yes, you heard me correctly. Make a lot of them. Make 1 today and make 5 more tomorrow. Learning lessons is more effective when it hits you with a slap in the face. 3, be loving. Always stop to look back and remind those important to you how much you appreciate them. And fall in love. Fall in love so hard that when you two break up, you two can write Taylor Swift-like songs. 4, make memories. The best way to be your lion is to do it while making unforgettable memories with those around you, such as attacking another classmate with a surprise water fight or filling up the staircase with balloons. 5, accept the fact that not everything in your journey will be perfect. You will fail at times, and you will succeed at others. But like Aaron Sorkin once said, the world doesn't care how many times you fall down, as long as it's one fewer than the number of times you get up. Just like we always got up when we slept in the parking lot during the winter and then acted like nothing had happened. Do that exact same thing. Hold your head high and walk out like the boss you are. I'm sure that all of us have sat in a math class at least once in our lives and had no idea what was going on. So you start making things up to see if by some means a miracle causes you to remember how to solve the problem, or just so that your teacher sees that you're trying. This is a perfect example of what Stephen Colbert meant when he said, life is an improvisation. You have no idea what's going to happen next, so you are mostly just making things up as you go along. Do that. When you feel like your circle is becoming a square, take a risk, follow your instincts, and just let life show you the next step. Remember, you will never have more energy or enthusiasm, hair, brain cells than you have today, so don't take anything for granted. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2016. It has been a pleasure to form part of my circle with you.
Thank you. Our second student speaker is Aislinn Pranke. Aislinn is the daughter of Roger and Jolynn Pranke. While attending Northridge, Aislinn has been very active with student council, speech and debate, sex assault victim advocate, volleyball, and golf. She is also the 2016 student body president. This year, the Northridge staff recognized Aislinn's contribution by awarding her with the prestigious Spirit of the Grizzly Award. Next year, Aislinn will be attending the University of Northern Colorado, where she'll be studying to be a school counselor. Please join me in welcoming Aislinn Pranke to the podium.
We all have moments in our lives that help define who we become. They are significant events that change the course of our lives and help us grow. This is one of those moments. In 20 or 30 years, we will probably have experienced about 1 million more of these moments, and this one may seem insignificant, but right here and right now, we have accomplished something, and it is something to be proud of. Almost 4 years ago, we walked through the gym terrified for high school, and now we're just terrified for real life. Throughout our high school careers, we have experienced panic attacks, fits of laughter, extreme happiness, and if your experience was anything like mine, lots of stress. We've all experienced the pain of growing up and realizing the terrible truth that we will soon have to learn to depend on ourselves and make our own decisions. Because my mom is a teacher at Northridge, I have walked these halls for the past 12 years. I have watched class after class graduate, but I never realized how quickly it would be my turn to walk across that stage. I never realized how quickly I would have to grow up. Freshman year, we were all so confused about who we were and what we wanted. We had food stuck in our braces and thought we were cool because we were in high school. We were the people that we are now annoyed by. Now here we are as seniors. We still think we're cool and our teeth may be straight, but our lives still aren't figured out. Most of us are still confused about who we are, but we are on the road to becoming who we are always meant to be. The class of 2016 is full of diversity. We've all experienced things that help us get here and made it more difficult for us to be here. Those things are what make us unique and what makes us warriors. We have had our challenges, but as Charles Bukowski would say, what matters most is how well you walk through the fire. Our futures will bring challenges that we cannot even imagine. However, we can overcome them. When we look back on our lives, what will matter is how our obstacles made us stronger. What will matter is how many times we got back up after we were knocked down. The challenges in our lives will be minuscule in comparison to the way we overcome them. Do not allow yourself to be burned so badly from the fire that you cannot continue. Take what you have learned and become better because of it. The other day, I was browsing through Pinterest, like I so often do, and I came across this quote that said, "You are only confined by the walls you build yourself." We are all here today because we did not build barriers to stop ourselves from getting to this point. We do not let our past or our experiences stop us from being here right now. Being here is a genuine accomplishment, but do not let it be your last. Do not build walls to stop yourself from reaching your true potential. Do not build walls to stop yourself from becoming the person you're always meant to be. Do not put yourself in a box because you feel like there is nowhere else you can go. Only you control where you end up, so decide where you want to be and find a way to get there. Do not let four walls be the only thing you know. Do not let them confine you. Congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you, Aislinn. Our third speaker is Kendall Hafner. Kendall is the daughter of Derek Hafner and the late Tracy Hafner. While at Northridge, Kendall has been very involved with tennis, basketball, FBLA, and National Honor Society. Next year, she will be attending Coastal Carolina University and plans to study marketing and advertising. Please welcome Kendall Hafner to the podium.
Class of 2016, let's just take a moment to celebrate that we finally made it. In a couple of months, our lives are going to change. For some of us, that means going off to college. For others, that may be getting a full-time job or even joining the military. But while we all grow up a little bit and move past our high school years, I challenge each of you to not lose sight of your dreams. Too often we get into habitual routines and end up just blindly going about. Too often we forget about the dreams we envisioned for ourselves that got us here. When we were little and someone asked us what we wanted to be when we grow up, most of us would say astronauts, princesses, or superheroes. Or in my case, the news anchor Katie Couric. In middle school, when people asked us what we wanted to be, most of us would say teachers, professional athletes, or rock stars. Or in my case, Katie Couric. Now, when people ask us what we want to be, the most common answer is, I have no clue. We still have dreams, but as we have grown up, reality has set in a little. Most of us won't be rock stars, princesses, or professional athletes, but that shouldn't stop us from dreaming. The last 4 years have molded us into the people we are today. But how do we measure the time we've spent in high school? I'm not going to measure my time here by the weeks, semesters, or even years spent here. Instead, I'm going to measure my time at Northridge by the friends I have made, the memories I'll never forget, and the countless people that make saying goodbye so hard. As we move on to bigger and better things, and once again become a little fish in a big pond, I urge you to look back on your years here and remember the people who made high school worth it. Don't forget to thank the friends, teachers, and parents who have helped you make it to today. This year, we have all experienced a lot of lasts. Last football game, last time we'll sit in class at Northridge, last time we'll see our friends in the hallway. But we're leaving with a lot of firsts coming our way. First time on our own, first college class, first time we can eat a whole pint of ice cream for breakfast and not get yelled at by our parents. Although everything is changing, remember to appreciate the nows in life. Live in the present because one day it'll all be gone, just as high school has passed us by. Today's what we've been waiting for since we were 5, so let's make sure we take it all in. The people around us, the smell in the air, the feeling of pride and success you feel right now. Never forget this feeling. I'm going to leave you with this quote by Dr. Seuss. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, class of 2016, and thank you for 4 great years.
Thank you.
Katie Erickson.
Carly Noelle Borski.
Katie Barnes.
Rico Alvarado. Kimberly Herrera Cervantes. Aislinn Rose Pranky.
Thank you. Eric Andres Diaz or Ivanaline Serapio Arabe. Belky Enriquez Lucero.
Carla Nájera Valdez.
Isaiah Cipriano. Vanessa Weichules. Ashley Jordan Borrasa. Ahmed Yirao.
David Abel Guzman.
Nemesio Garcia.